Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. I'm Mrs. Afshin Imran. Students, are you hearing me? Please reply so that I can see that you are hearing me. Please reply. Today's English literature lecture. I'm going to deliver English literature lecture today, and it is the part 2 of the second lesson, Huckleberry Finn. Okay, this is lecture number 5, and it is about lesson 2, Huckleberry Finn. Okay, now I have seen that you are hearing me, so please don't disturb the class, concentrate on the lecture. We have done the first part of Huckleberry Finn in the previous lecture. Now this is the second part or the remaining part of Huckleberry Finn. Okay, now I'm giving you a quick review from page number 9 to 12 we have done in the first part of the Huckleberry Finn. Tom hated going to Sunday school and church. If you remember, he did not want to go to Sunday school and church, but he had to go with his family in the church on Sunday. So he brought a beetle in the church and someone brought a dog. He wanted to enjoy there, and because of that, he brought a beetle. Another person brought a dog in the church. The beetle and the dog disturbed the priest's speech and the people. You know that he did not like to listen priest's speech, and because of that, he opened the box of the beetle, and beetle came out from the box, and the dog and the beetle played there and disturbed the people. The people were enjoying their play as well, but they have to listen the speech as well, and because of that there was complete disturbance in the church. Tom enjoyed that day in the church. On Monday, Tom thought of a lame excuse for not going to school. You know that on Monday there was a new week for going to school, and Tom did not want to go to school, so because of that he thought of a lame excuse. He first thought of his sore toe and then sore tooth. The first excuse was sore toe, and the second was of sore tooth. Uh, Actually, he wanted to give sore toe excuse, but nobody was taking care or taking this seriously, and because of that, he gave another excuse of sore tooth. And Polly understood his trick and took out his loose tooth with the help of the thread, if you remember. Aunt Polly also scolded him for his excuse for not going to school because he was giving the lame excuses, and actually he did not want to go to school, and because of that Aunt Polly scolded him, because this is a very bad thing to make some excuse for not going to school. Now I come to the remaining part of the page number 12. We have done the first part, or this part, the upper part of this page 12 in the previous lecture. Now I am starting from here. Plans for an adventure. As Tom was on his way to school that morning, he met Huckleberry Finn. When he was going to school, he met another boy whose name was Huckleberry Finn, and his nickname was Huck. Huck was the son of a man who was always drunk, so nobody liked him, and his father was always drunk. He had no mother, and no one looked after him because of the father who was always drunk. Nobody was there to look after him. All the mothers of the town disliked him because he was lazy, wild, rude, and bad. He was very much lazy. He was not interested to do any work. He was having very bad behavior. He was very rude. He did not want to talk to anybody politely, and none of the children were allowed to play with him. Tom wished he could live like Huck, but like the rest, he had been told not to play with him. All the children of the village, they were not allowed to play with Huck, and Tom wanted to play with him whenever he got the chance, and he played with him whenever he got the chance. He was also not allowed to play with him. Now I'm giving you some review of page number 12, the last paragraph. Tom met Huckleberry Finn on the way to school. Okay. Huck was the son of a drunk man. His mother died and no one looked after him. He was lazy, wild, rude, and bad. I have told you, nobody was there to look after him. Nobody was there to scold him and asked him and told him what was right and wrong. And because of that, his behavior was very bad with others. He was very lazy. He did not want to do anything. He just wasted his time. All the mothers of the town disliked him and did not allow their children to play with him. And because of his behavior, all the mothers of the town, they disliked him and they did not want their children to play with him. But Tom wished to live like Huck because Tom also wanted these kind of things, whatever Huck did. He played with Huck when he got the chance. Even he was also not allowed to play with him, but whenever he got the chance, he played with Huck. Now I come to page number 13. I think you are very much carefully listening the story because it is very interesting. Huckleberry was always dressed in old clothes that were far too big for him. He wore a dirty hat and nothing on his feet. What happened because of the bad habits of Huckleberry Finn? He was always dressed in old clothes, very dirty clothes, and they were very big for him as well. He wore a dirty hat and nothing on his feet. He did not want to wear anything on his feet. He slept on doorsteps in fine weather because he had no proper home. So he slept on the doorsteps when he had got the fine weather, and when the weather was wet, he slept in the empty barrels. Okay, when the weather was wet, it means when there was rainy weather or raining, then he slept in the empty barrels. Now, one more thing, you should remember that I have underlined some of the words in all the pages so that you should note down them and write down their meanings in the rough notebook so that it will be easier for you when you study it again or read the lesson again, you will find the meanings. Now he did not have to go to school or to church and he did not have to obey anybody. He did not want to go to school or church. There was no one to scold him, to ask him anything, so he did not want to obey anybody. He could go fishing or swimming whenever he liked. Nobody told him not to fight. He could go to bed as late as he wished. You can see that Huck has got many bad habits because no one was there to look after him. He could go fishing or swimming whenever he liked. Nobody was asking him about the time limits. Nobody told him not to fight, and because of that, he fought with many people. He could go to bed as late as he wished. There was nobody who asked him to go to bed uh, uh, at the earliest time or at the earlier hours because of going to school, but he did not want to go to school and church, so he wished whenever he wished, he went to bed. He never had to wash or put on clean clothes. He never washed his clothes. He did not want to put the on the clean clothes. He was every boy's dream of what a boy should be. And because of that, the boys in the village, they liked him, his way of life, and they wanted to live like her. But the mothers or the parents of the children did not like him. Now, when Tom met him, he asked or he said hello to him. Hello yourself. What have you got there? A dead cat? You can see in the picture, he was Tom and the boy who was wearing the cap, he was Huck and he had got a dead cat with him. Now, when Tom was asking him what he had got, he said, a dead cat. Let me see him, Huck. Oh, he's really a step. Where did you get him? Now, Tom wanted to see the cat, and when he touched it, he saw that he felt that it was very much stiff, that is hard, because it was dyed. Now, when he was asking Huck that where he had got the cat, Huck said, I bought him from a boy. He bought the dead cat from a boy. What are dead cats good for, huh? Now Tom was asking why you have bought the dead cat, why they are so much good for. Is there any reason for that? So Huck replied, yes, good for. They cure spots on your skin. Why I have bought the dead cat? Because they help to cure the spots on your skin. If the skin has got some spots, so dead cats were good for curing them. How can they do that, huh? Now Tom was um, surprised and he was asking her how it could be possible. Well, you take your cat and go to the graveyard about midnight. You have to find a place where someone who was wicked has been buried. Now, Huck was telling him the way how did they cure the spots. He said that Tom had to go with the dead cat in the graveyard at midnight and he had to find a grave of a wicked person. Okay, and he had to stay there. When it's midnight, a devil will come, or maybe two or three devils. You can't see them, and you can only hear something like the wind. Now he said that when he had to wait to the grave of the wicked person, one devil or maybe two or three devils would come there, and Tom was not able to see them. He could only hear the voice of the wind. And while they were taking that wicked person away, you throw your cat after them and say, now the devils would come to take the dead body of the wicked person. And while they were doing that, he had to throw the cats after them and say some words. Devil follow body, cat follow devil, its spots follow cat. I am finished with you. That will make any spots go away. These were the words which had to say by the Tom so that the spots could go away. Did you ever try it, Huck? Asked Tom. Tom was very much surprised and he asked Huck that have you ever tried it? Huck said no, but old Mother Hopkins told me about it. He said that old Mother Hopkins told him about that, but he did not try it. Now, this is a quick review of page number 13. Huck was always dressed in old clothes, as I have already told you that he did not want to wear the neat clothes. He wore a dirty hat and nothing on his feet. He slept on doorsteps in fine weather and in an empty barrel when it was wet. That was the rainy season. Actually, he did not have the proper home. He did not have to go to school or to church. No one was there to ask him or to look after him or to take care of him. He did not have to obey anybody because no one there who asked him something or who scolded him something for doing the bad things. He could go fishing and swimming when he liked. Nobody told him not to fight, even because because of that he fought with others. He could go to bed as late as he wished. No one was there to ask him. He never had to wash or put on clean clothes. Now, Tom met Huck on the way to school. In the first paragraph, this was just the introduction of Huckleberry Finn. Now, Tom met Huck on the way to school. If you remember, he was going to school, and during that on the way, he met Huck. Huck had got a dead cat, which he bought from a boy. Tom asked him what the dead cat's good for. Huck replied that the dead cats cure spots on the skin. Tom asked how the dead cats could do that. Tom was very surprised and asked Huck how it was possible for the dead cats to cure the spots. So Huck told him the steps to follow to cure the spots. Sorry. Huck told Tom about the steps that should be taken to cure the skin spots. First, the step he would take the cat and go to the graveyard about midnight. Midnight means 12 o'clock in the night. Then he would have to find the grave of a wicked person, the bad person, evil person. At midnight, a devil or maybe two or three devils would come. You know that there would be only one devil or maybe two or three devils. They would come to take the dead body of the wicked person. Tom would not be able to see them but only hear the wind. That was the sound. um, the devils would take the dead body of that wicked person. They actually had to come to take the dead body of the wicked person at that time. At the same time when devils would take the body, Tom would have to throw the dead cat after them, and Tom would have to say some words to cure the spots. Okay, he had to say some words. Tom would have to say these were the words: devil follow body, cat follow devil, spots follow cat. I am finished with you. These were the words which Tom would have to say, and that would make the skin spots go away. Tom asked Huck whether he had ever tried it. Huck replied, no. Okay. Now I come to next page, page number 14. Then I expect it's true. People say that she's witch. When are you going to try it? How? Now, actually, old Mother Hopkins, who was a witch, he told her about the cure of the spots by the dead cat, and because of that, Tom and Huck were interested to try that. Tonight, I think the devils will come for Horace Williams tonight. He was buried 2 days ago and he was wicked enough. Now, Huck said to Tom that Horace Williams was buried 2 days before and he was a very wicked person. So, he wanted to try the cat at midnight because devils would come to take out the dead body of Horace Williams. Let me go with you, said Tom eagerly. Tom asked Huck whether he would go with him or not. Of course, if you are not afraid. Huck said yes. If he was not afraid, he would go with him. I'm not afraid. Will you make a noise like a cat under my window to let me know you are ready? Now, Tom said he was not afraid, but he asked Huck to make a noise like a cat under his window at night so that he would know that he was ready. Yes, and you answer back if you get a chance. Last time I got bricks thrown at me for making a noise. You must be quicker this time. But Huck said yes, he would do the same. He would make a noise of a cat, but Tom had to reply him fast. As last time when he had made the noise of the cat, he would have to uh, uh, take the bricks on him, who it was thrown by somebody from Tom's home. Tom said yes, he would. Huck, last time I could not answer because Auntie was watching me, but I will answer this time. Now, Tom said last time he would not be able to answer because Aunt Polly was watching him, but this time he would answer because he was really wanted to go with him to the graveyard. So, with all plans made for the night's adventure, Tom continued on his way to school. Now, what happened? They have made plans for the night's adventure, and after that, Tom started to go to uh, continue to go to school. And here you can see some words are underlined here on this page as well. Now, Tom's new friend. Tom was late for school, although he tried to slip into his place without being noticed. The master caught him. What happened? Because of the meeting with the Huck on the way to school, Tom became late to school. So he wanted to sit on his on a place without being noticed, but the master or the teacher caught him and he called him with his full name, Thomas Sawyer. Tom knew that when his name was pronounced in the full, it meant trouble. Tom understood that he was in trouble because he was called by his full name. Come here, sir, he answered. Come here. Now, sir, why are you late again? As usual. Now, the master asked him, why are you late again? Why he was late? Because he was many times late for the school. Tom was going to tell a lie. Then he noticed that there was only one empty place on the girls' side of the classroom. That place was right next to someone he wanted to make friends with. What happened? Tom wanted to tell the lie first, but he saw that only one place was empty, and it was with the girl's side, and he wanted to sit with that girl. And because of that, he told the truth that he stopped to talk to Huckleberry Finn, said Tom. He actually informed the teacher that he was with Huckleberry Finn. You did what? The master said, as if he could not believe what he had heard. The master understood that he had done a bad thing again. Now I come to the review of page number 14. Huck informed Tom that old Mother Hopkins told him about that, and Tom trusted all that story as old Mother Hopkins was a witch, so he thought that old Mother Hopkins told the truth to Huck, and because of that, he trusted him. Tom asked Huck when he would go to try the cat. Huck replied the same night because Huck also wanted to try the cat, and Tom was also wanted to go with him. A wicked man, Horace Williams, was buried 2 days before. Tom asked Huck to go with him. Huck said if he was not afraid, he was allowed to go with him, but he was not if he was not afraid. Tom told Huck to make a noise like a cat under his window so that he would be informed that he was ready. Huck said to answer him back quickly. Huck said Tom to answer him when he was making a noise like a cat. The two boys had made the plan for their night's adventure. They both were very much interested in adventure. I have already told you about Tom's adventures. So they have made the plans for the night's adventure and they were ready to for their adventure. Tom was late for school as he was planning for the night's adventure. He was with Huck and visiting the time and he became late for school. The master caught him and called him with his full name, Thomas Sawyer. Tom understood that he was in trouble. Whenever he was called with his full name, he was in trouble. So he said that he stopped to talk to Huckleberry Finn, but the master became so angry and gave him a good beating. Now I come to page number 15 of the same lesson. I stopped to talk to Huckleberry Finn, repeated Tom. He told his master again that he stopped to talk to Huckleberry Finn. The master was so angry with Tom that he made him take off his jacket and he gave him a good beating. Now he begged Tom because of his coming late to school. Now, Mr. Thomas Sawyer, he said, when he had finished with his stick, go and sit with the girls. Now the teacher punished Tom to sit with the girls. All the children laughed at Tom as he took his place on the seat with the girls. Tom did not mind at all. All the children laughed at him because he had to sit with the girls, but Tom did not mind at all. When he sat down, the girl moved away. She turned her back on him. Tom sat still and seemed to study his book. The girl did not like Tom to sit with her, and because of that, he moved away. But Tom sat and looked at his book. Soon he began to look at the girl. She saw him looking and made a face at him. When Tom looked at the girl, he saw that the girl was making face at him. Now Tom began drawing on his book but kept his work hidden. For a while, the girl pretended not to notice. Then she tried to see what he was doing. He still kept his hand over his work. What happened? Tom was making a drawing and he wanted to keep it hidden. The girl tried to see it and then she told him, "Let me see it," she whispered at last. Tom took his hand away. It was a rather bad drawing of a house. Tom showed the drawing to her. It was a drawing of a house. "It's nice," she said. "Make a man." Now she said to make a man in front of the house. Tom put a man in front of the house. He was much too big and could have stepped over the house, but the girl liked it. Now the man was not so much good drawn, but the girl liked it. "It's very nice," she said. "I wish I could draw." Actually, her drawing was not very good, and because of that, she wished that she could draw. "I'll teach you if you like," whispered Tom. Tom said that he would teach her. "Oh, will you, Van? Do you go home for lunch?" Now, Tom was asking him whether she was going to for lunch break to home or not. Otherwise, he would teach drawing lesson to her. "I will stay if you will." Now, the girl agreed to stay in the school to take the drawing lessons. "Good. What's your name?" "Becky Thatcher." "What's yours?" "Oh, I know. It's Thomas Sawyer." Now, Tom asked her the name of the girl. She said Becky Thatcher, and she also told that she knew the name of Thomas Sawyer. "I'm only called that when I'm in trouble." Now, Tom informed her that whenever he was in trouble, he was called by his full name, Thomas Sawyer. Otherwise, when he was in good conditions, then he would be called as Tom. Now, he asked him to call him Tom. She said yes. When school ended at lunchtime, Tom gave Becky her drawing lesson. He liked this little girl and made her promise to be his friend forever. What happened during the lunch break? The Tom gave Becky some drawing lessons and he liked Becky very much. And because of that, he promised her to be his lifelong friend. Now I come to the review of the page number 15. The master became so angry and gave Tom a good beating because he was wasting his time with Huckleberry Finn. He punished Tom and asked him to sit with the girls. All the children laughed at him, but he did not mind at all. because he wanted to sit with that girl. When he sat down, the girl made a face at him. First of all, the girl did not like Tom to sit with her. Tom began drawing on his book and kept it hidden. Tom started to draw something on his book and kept it hidden, and the girl pretended first that she did not notice it. The girl, after some time, asked Tom to see his drawing. Tom refused her as it was a bad drawing of a house. The girl appreciated him and asked him to make a man. Um, Tom showed the drawing to him, but it was not a good one. But girl liked it and asked him to make a man in front of the house. Tom put a man in front of the house. The girl liked it and wished that she could draw because her drawing was very bad. So Tom offered to teach her. The girl told her name Becky Thatcher. Tom gave Becky drawing lesson at lunchtime, and Tom and Becky became very good friends of each other. I hope you have understood the whole story very well and you can understand everything. I want to um, show you some presentation questions here. You should note them down, and whenever I ask the questions to anybody, then you will answer me in the chat. Okay, I will ask questions after some time. Note them down. And first of all, I want to discuss something. Aban, please turn off your camera. There are some questions. I want to read them. First, what did Tom bring to the church? What did the other person bring to the church? What was the first excuse of Tom for not going to school? What was the second excuse of Tom for not going to school? Why did everybody dislike Huck? Who told Huck about dead cats? These are the 6 questions I will ask you after some time. I'm giving you the time for recalling the answers and note them down in your rough notebook. After 2 minutes, I will start asking questions, but please do remember that if I'm calling a name, then you will answer only. Don't write all of you the answers at the same time. Okay, please do remember this thing. It will disturb the whole class. So I am giving you 2 minutes. Okay, after that, I will start asking questions. I will call the name and then you will answer. First of all, I want to tell you about the separation or making portions of the copies of English literature and language. Remember to divide the copies into 2 equal halves. Okay, count the pages and divide the copies into 2 equal halves. Okay, the first half in the literature copy is of English literature, mark the portion, and the second half is of English language, mark the portion as well. Remember to make the index of English literature at the front side and English language at the back side. Okay. Now for English language copy, again you have to make 2 equal portions, count the pages and then divide the copy into 2 equal portions. Mark first portion as English language and mark second portion as English literature. Make the index of English language at the front side and make the index of English literature at the back side. I hope you have understood it very well. I will upload the video after the lecture, after some time after the lecture of the lecture. as well as I will upload the home assignment. And you know that today is the quiz of kinds of pronoun. I hope you are ready for the quiz. I will upload it also. Okay. Now I am going to ask the questions. Okay. Give me the answers in the chat room. Okay. Remember, only I'm calling the names and you will have to answer me. Abbas, give me the answer number 1. Abbas, give me answer number 1, please. I'm waiting. Hurry up. Write in the chat room. Write in the chat room. Hurry up. I'm asking. Hibal, give me answer number 1, please. Hibal. Okay, very good. Very good. Don't answer me, Nida. Okay. I'm asking the name. I'm calling the name. Hibal, very good answer. I'm not asking question number 2. Okay. Remember this thing. I have just asked question number 1. I will give you other answers after that. Okay. If you have got any problem, I will give you last 2 minutes. Mahat, give me answer number 2, please. Mahat, give me answer number 2. Only one word answers. I'm not asking the whole uh, sentences in the answers. Okay, Mahat, very good. You have given me the answer. Okay. Anabia, give me the second answer. Anabia, give me second answer. Nida, give me third answer. Question number 3. Nida, give me third answer. Saad, give me third answer. Nida and Saad, I'm asking you. Give me third answer. Question number 3. What was the first excuse? Hurry up. Saim, give me the answer. Saad, give me the answer of question number 3. Saim, give me answer number 4. Daima, give me answer number 4. Where are you, students? Are you leaving? Have you left the class meeting? Umar bin Salman, please give me answer number 4. Umar bin Salman. No one is replying. Are you hearing me? Please reply. Now, Nida, I'm answering you that Independence Day participation is important. If you want to uh, participate, it is very good of you. Umar, very good answer. Right answer. Yusera, give me answer number 5. Why everybody disliked Haq? Yusera, give me answer. You are not replying me. You are wasting the time. Please hurry up. Sana, give me answer number 5. Shanti, give me answer number 6. Who told Haq about the dead cats? You are not replying me. Where are you, students? I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for your answers. You are not replying. Iman, very good answer. Very good. Yes, Yusera, your answer is right. Very good. Sana, your answer is not right. It is wrong. Iman, I have seen your spelling. It is right. Okay, I understand. Okay. Can you name the old witch? Sana, okay, it is good. Bad habits. Anabia, can you give me answer number 3? You said a very good answer. Very good answer. Can you name, can you write the full name? Hopkins. You have written Hopkins. Very good, you Sarah. Very good. I like it. Saad, can you give me answer number 3? Saad, Javeria, very good. Now, who wants to give me the answers? Ehan, good, but it is incomplete. Now you are allowed to write the answers of 1 till 6. Any one of you can write. Question number 1. Write the answers. All of you are allowed to write the answer of question number 1. Only 2 minutes are left. Hurry up, reply the answers. Anabia, very good answer. Anabia, write answer number 2. Write answer number 2. Sana, answer. I'm not asking answer number 6. Give me answer number 1. Saad, your answer is wrong. It was not the excuse. Nida, your answer is right, but I'm not asking answer number 6. I'm asking answer number 1. What did Tom bring in the church? What did Tom bring in the church? And what did the other person bring to the church? Please reply these two answers, the first and second. G. Yes, Javeria, your answer is right. Loose tooth. It is not loose tooth, Saad. It is sore tooth. Neither your answer is right. The first one is right, and the second one is also right. Omar, your second answer is right. Very good. You, Sarah, you have given me all answers, all 6 answers. Very good of you. Javeria, your second answer is right. Now, I want to discuss one more thing, that you have to be very, very careful when doing the quiz. Okay, only one answer is right, so please mark the correct answer, so that you will get the full marks. Now I want to stop here because time is over. Inshallah, we will meet on Tuesday because 14th August is the holiday. Happy Independence Day to all of you. And be prepared for Independence Day. And on Independence Day, there will be no class. So, okay,